Hi, this is Kai. So, today we're going to tell you about the rest of the story that I was talking about with the music box. Like, I remember when I was younger, I wanted these toy cars, like these drivable toy cars. Like, sometimes you'll see them. These little kids in these, like, drivable toy cars that we could drive on the road with. And I wanted one of those really bad. And I kept on asking, like, each birthday after I learned about them for these toy cars. And my parents would make excuses, like my dad would say, "You don't know how to drive." And I'm like, "So teach me. Like, you could teach me how to drive in this toy car. I could like practice before I can, actually start driving." And just let you know, I never got the toy car, and I still don't know how to drive well. So I can't even get my driver's license until I learn how to drive better, so I could take the test. And I'm just like frustrated because I would already probably be way farther off, because all the kids who like had toy cars could straight have actual cars now and have driver's licenses, and they could straight flat drive better than I could because they had practice way earlier, and I up here couldn't practice because no, it wasn't even that high too. It was like $100, and I remember I was trying to save up $100 to buy my own toy car, since no one won't buy it for me. They kept on making excuses as to why they don't want to let me buy it. And they kept on saying, "Oh, we don't." But basically, they didn't want to watch me for like some reason. Like, you have a child, you gotta watch the child. Everybody knows this. Why are you being so annoying? And then I was frustrated, highly frustrated. And I remember I was trying to save enough money so I could buy it myself, since they wouldn't buy it for me. And she freaking stole my $20. Like, I was almost there. I was almost there. It was really close to getting enough money to buy the thing I wanted. And uh, then she stole it, and I was mad. Also, they never bought that toy car. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna wait until I'm an adult and I can start making money and stuff. Which I am an adult, but I haven't started making money and stuff. But I will go off and buy all the things that I wanted as a kid, as an adult, because I couldn't get them because I kept on getting denied, and them saying no and making up excuses as to why I can't buy this or why I can't get this. When it was just frustrating. I just remember being mad all the time and depressed. Mad and depression is all I felt. Happiness was rare and few far between. But let me tell about another story. I don't remember much about my second birthday, but let me tell you when I was 2. So I just remember bits and pieces. We went to Chuck E. Cheese again. We partied there. We came back home, and like I have candy again, like the lollipops again, and the juice again. Nelly ate all that stuff up. Like, I only had like one lollipop and one cup of juice that time. She ate it all up, and I also have this ball with me, right? And the thing about her is we were playing with the ball after I begged her for like hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of time to play with me. I just remember hold on to her leg and said, "Play with me, please, please play with me," because my dad was at work. And please play with me. And then finally she played with me, and then she accidentally, on purpose, kicked the ball right under the freaking fridge. And to say the least, I was not happy. He's like, "Oh, well, it looks like you can't play with your ball anymore." Like, the ball wasn't even like a bouncy ball. It's like a ball made out of plastic and thread, and she purposely knocked it under the fridge. But like, I just got the broom and then just swept it from under the fridge, and then she put it right back under the fridge and told me that if I took it from under the fridge again, she's gonna beat me with the broom. So, uh, what I did was I waited until she left because she would just be leaving home, and then I took it right under the fridge. But somehow she knew I took it under the fridge, even though I put it back under the fridge and got beaten with the broom. So, also this also happened when I was 2. Like I had a sugar rush when I was 1 and 2. So, like I was just yelling for hours, and like I have videos of it when I was yelling for hours for my sugar rush, and then I crashed, like I usually do. Then we see, uh, when I was 2, like, okay, so when I was younger, I was like born into a family where there was like Christianity. So I was born into a Christian family at first, and then later on we became non-religious, which is great because I freaking hated being a Christian, to be honest with you. Like there were certain songs I couldn't listen to. I couldn't listen to pop songs, country songs, rock songs. The only songs I could listen to was like educational songs and gospel songs, Christian music. And I was really tired of it, to be honest. Really wanted to listen to like rock songs and pop songs, to be honest with you. I was very like, I like pop songs a lot and rock songs. I just like listening to it. And I couldn't really listen to it because they were like, oh, that's the devil's work and blah dee da dee da. Like, I'm really tired of this religion. And there were some people in our family who became not religious before it was like common now, like these days. And they were like disowned by the family and stuff, and no one wouldn't speak about them like as if they were not alive to begin with. So basically, I was like, yep, I'm probably gonna be disowned by y'all and stuff, but I will leave because I freaking hate being a Christian. But that didn't happen. Like everything changed as the world changed more as I grew up, basically. So yeah, so when I was 2, we'd be going to church and stuff, and I really didn't like going to church, to be honest with you. I didn't like the loud music because it, like, we sat like really close to the stage where they would make the music and stuff, and it was really loud, and I didn't like it being, I didn't like going to church. I didn't like dressing up in stockings that were like see-through. That didn't help in wintertime, especially in wintertime. It was terrible. I wanted to wear something thicker, but I had to wear tights because Nelly wouldn't let me wear not tight stockings, like see-through stockings, the white ones. I freaking hated those. I freaking hate stockings. Okay, the only stockings I like is the ones that are completely made out of wool, not the ones that are see-through. I freaking hate see-through clothing because they're useless. It's just useless. One second, I need to pause. Okay, I took a small break to think about stuff. So anyways, basically, when I was like 2, I really hated going to church. Like for a long period of time, I didn't know how to pray because I was daydreaming doing church because I was bored. Because like all they would do is talk about this and talk about that, and then they wanted you to like give offerings to the church. And churches don't pay taxes. I found that way later that churches don't pay taxes, so that means they keep all that money. They don't. All that money is their like income, and churches like. Those really big churches you'd be saying, yeah, they don't pay taxes. So all the money that those super churches be getting, they'd be making lots of money off of people. Because like I see Christianity as a scam almost, to be quite honest with you. Like a scam. Like going to church is like a scam. Because how many times they'd be like, oh, give back to blah blah blah. I really hated going to church. I hated waking up early on a Sunday. I hated getting ready, getting my hair done because I'm tender-headed, so that freaking hurt. And like Nelly would be saying, "Oh, I'm going easy on you." Those parts and stuff in my head did not feel easy. And whenever I barely moved my neck, because my neck would be hurting, because it would take hours to do my hair, and my neck be hurting because like if like whenever you get whenever you watch something or do something for too long of a period of time, your neck starts to like get stiff and stuff, and the bones start to hurt, and the muscles start to hurt and stuff. That's what be happening. I'll be trying to like move my neck to like get the blood back pumping in it, cause there's gonna be issues if I just keep my neck still too long, and it freaking hurt. And whenever I moved it like that, like pop it pop it and like stretch it, because I have to do that sometimes. She would hit me in the back of my head with a wooden brush, and that freaking hurt. My head is already sore from you doing it. Hitting it, it's not making it any better. And there was like plenty of times when I was younger. She's like, "Stop moving. I accidentally burned you with a flat iron because you were moving." She would been burning my ears a bunch of times. I'd be telling her, "You're burning my ears." She's like, "No, I'm not." And like after the fact, and like, "Oh, your ears burned." There's so many burns that I got them from the back of my ears because she'd be like not listening. That's why I freaking hate it when she like had to flat iron my ear, like flat iron my hair so she could trim it. I freaking hated it because like she would somehow accidentally burn my ears over and over again, to the point where I'd be like trying to put my ear down whenever she about to flat iron near my ears and stuff. She would be burning the side of my like how there's like sides of your hair, like these side edges, like these sideburns. Like my sideburns are long, okay, and the side of my face should be burning out a bunch in my ears. She burnt so many parts of my face that there's like, okay, so like whenever I wash my face, the thing is, once I wash it to a certain point, I can see all the places where I've been burnt before, and I have to specifically focus on those areas in order to like get my face one solid coat. So like it'd be frustrating, okay? It'd be frustrating. I freaking hated going to church. I hated being a Christian. It freaking sucked. I had to perpetually act like I was happy when I was not. And then it was just like hard. Like very hard for me. I was just constantly like when I was around like four, like no, like when I was around like 3 or something, like 3. Let me tell you when I was continue telling you when I was 2. Like we'd be at church, right? And the church has like this huge like backyard and front yard. But we'd be in the backyard where this giant pine tree is, and she would like tell me to go play with the kids, right? The other church kids, right? But the thing is about Nelly, if I like when she's watching me, she's ain't watching it. She'd be talking to other people, right? And she'd be like walking away. Like if I don't like stay in her like sight, like I had to stay within her sight instead of her watching me like she's supposed to be doing. I had to stay within her sight, or else she would keep on walking and walking and walking all the way to the car and stuff. And there was many times when I was straight flat left the church because she would just, I would look up 1 second while playing and look up another second, she'd be gone. I'm like, what the heck, where'd you go? Where did you go? You were just here not that long ago. And then like those are discontorted memories. I told you about them, those memories where I can't remember. I don't like have access to those memories. Like I know I remember the memory, but I don't see the memory that I remembered. It's a paradox, basically. So there was many times she left me at church due to that fact. Like whenever I be going places by myself, I would feel like Like I would start getting anxious and like getting lots of anxiety, and then eventually it would just go away. And I'm like, oh, and then I just being by myself. So that's what be happening most of the time when I'm by myself. I would just be like, I feel anxious and nervous, and then I just slowly don't feel it anymore. I just adjust to it. I learn how to adapt to situations like that. So there's not like the much I could tell you about when I was 2, but I was able to learn how to run better when I was 2. So I was running a lot better and walking a lot better. Like when I was younger, actually no, that didn't really change. So everybody looks like a giant to me, but that didn't really change because I'm still short. So everybody still looks like a giant compared to me. So like people who are 6 foot look like little giants compared to me. Like even though like I'm like 5'2" and like 5 centimeters tall, so anyone like who's like 6 foot is like a giant compared to me. They like freaking really tall to me. And when I was younger, everybody was a giant. Like when I was 2, everybody was tall. Even the super tall people who were like 8 foot was like ooh, like extremely tall to me. They were like, oh my gosh, I had to look all the way up to see this to just see like completely see them, which I still did have to do when I'm looking at really tall like skyscrapers and stuff. So certain things didn't really actually change to me when I think about it. Let me tell you about another story. When I was like 3, I don't actually remember my 3rd birthday, to be honest with you. Like I'm trying to remember, but I don't remember my 3rd birthday. Like it's kind of weird how I don't remember an entire birthday, but that's not the only birthday I don't remember. So I guess I have to wait when like way later in life when I reach the mental age where I can see those memories. So since I don't remember much, but like when I was 3, that's when I got in pull-ups. Before that, I was in regular diapers, and I was in pull-ups because I started potty training, and like I was like learning how like oh yeah, I was potty training and stuff, and that's when Nelly was pregnant with my baby brother, and she was like, "Oh, you're gonna have a baby brother," and she was telling me all this stuff, but like if I knew the stuff I knew now, like if I knew that I was gonna have to watch my siblings like all the time, like constantly, over and over again, like I couldn't even have fun on my birthdays. Like after that, like I didn't have much fun to begin with on my birthdays, but I had even less fun on my birthdays. I had to watch them on my birthday. So like if I decided to go anywhere on my birthday, I would have to watch my siblings, because if they go missing, the first thing my parents would be not like, oh, not sad that they left a 6-year-old trying to watch a 2 and a 3-year-old. No, they would immediately get mad at me. Like, I don't know what you be thinking. I'm like 6, watching 2 kids who are toddlers that run. They keep on running around. It's not easy watching 2 little kids. I'll be exhausted most of the time, to be honest with you. And then they'll have the nerve to say, "Oh, why are you so tired?" I'm like, I'm watching the kids that you decided to have. They're my siblings, but you decided to have these kids, and you're not watching them. And it was frustrating. And like for a long period of time, I hated like kids. Like I never wanted to have kids. I hated kids. Like ooh, I hated kids a lot because of that. And like eventually I got over it, but like for a long period of time I hated kids because I had to watch my siblings, and they didn't even pay me either. Like I had to watch them for free. Like freaking pay me at least if I'm gonna be babysitting like my freaking siblings. and they don't be even listening. Like, well, like I be telling them, don't go towards the obvious danger, and they don't listen. They go towards the obvious danger, and then they get hurt, and then they be mad at me. I'm like, why you keep on leaving me? They don't listen. I told you several times. They don't listen. And then it was just frustrating. I didn't even like if I knew like certain things when I was younger, I would not been as happy as was when my brother was born. Because I was happy because like I thought I would have like a sibling, like because when I like the kid. Okay, I only saw two versions of siblings: the bad siblings version and the good siblings. And the good siblings were like they would play with each other, they would share, they would like, and their parents would watch them, which wasn't what happening with me. But I thought they were actually gonna watch them because like I'm the firstborn, so I thought since like like what I learned when I was younger is like, oh, the firstborn, they usually mess up with the firstborn, and then the second and the third, after that they usually do better. But that's not what happened really. So but let me tell you, when I was 3, I was like happy that like Nelly was pregnant with my baby brother. And like I don't remember much when I was 3. Like no, I don't remember much when I was 3. Like I remember a few months right before I turned 4, before my brother was born. Like, okay, so when I was like my brother was born when I was 3, but like not like he was born right before my 4th birthday. So I was still 3 when he was born. It's just that for some reason they keep on rounding up the ages, which were apart. Like I'm 3 years and 9 months older than him, but like they kept on rounding up and saying I was 4 years older, when actually that's not true. I'm 3 years and 9 months older than him, not 4 years. And then my sister, like my little sister, like there's just 3 of us totally. I'm the oldest, so like if I knew the things it had so much issues dealing with so many things. Oh yeah, and depression. I was dealing with that too. It just got worse over time. But like today, I woke up feeling happy, which is kind of weird because I had a nightmare about spiders, which was terrible. I had a nightmare. I was playing the game Peak, and I was trying to turn off the amphiphobia mode, but instead it kept on switching on and got worse and worse and worse. And then I woke up, and then I feel happy. I think it's because I actually went to sleep earlier and woke up actually well rested. That's why I feel so happy today. But let me tell you back when I was like 3. So like I don't remember much when I was 3. We like moved a bunch. Like I had this TV in my room. Like my room looked like a princess room, but I wasn't treated like a princess. I don't know why. Why? It was like my room was like decorated pretty, but my treatment wasn't pretty. So like I couldn't even enjoy the room. The room just felt cold, empty. Like it was full with stuff, but it felt not full with stuff. It's kind of hard to explain what it felt like. I freaking hated that room. It was creepy. It was creepy. So that room was definitely cursed with something. Because I freaking hated that room, because every single time I would sleep in that room, I would have nothing but nightmares. Every single time I slept in that room. Nowhere else I slept in gave me that many nightmares than that room. I freaking hated sleeping in that room. I would actively be sneaking in their room because Nelly didn't like it when I sneaked into their room. I was having nightmares and stuff. She's like, go sleep in your room. That's why you have a room. I'm like, that room's clearly cursed with something. Because every single time I slept in that room, I was plagued with nightmares. Terrible ones, too. Ooh, terrible nightmares. So terrible that my mind is actively blocking them from my memory. So, yeah. But, like, a few months later, right before I turned 4, my brother was born, and he was like a newborn. And I remember that day because I woke up and I was like trying to figure out where Nelly went. And my dad was like, got me up, and my cousin was there. And we dressed up and we went to the hospital because that's where she was. And then that's when I met my baby brother. And he was a newborn. He was like small and stuff. And I was like, oh, he's so adorable. And that's when everything. That's when that's when my depression went into another level. It just went. It just grew like way like a bunch after that. It just grew way bigger than it was. Because when we got home, by the time Nelly got home with my baby brother, she was just ignoring me even more. She was paying attention to my brother and was ignoring me and kept on telling me to grow up. Like so. I don't understand this, but for some reason, my family, when they have like a child, and if they have another child, they automatically expect the first child to hurry up and grow up and take care of the second child automatically. I don't know why. It's kind of not. That's not what. That's not how that works. Okay, for some reason I don't understand. Like they do it a lot less now, but back then they did it a lot to the point where certain people in my family were cutting ties with other people in my family. And yeah, so the thing is, like, she expected me to like magically grow up faster and get mature and automatically know what to do when I never had a sibling before. I was like a single child for 3 years and 9 months. So how in the world do I hadn't had a sibling before? How am I supposed to know what to do? So like she would get mad at me. Like I would try to ask her to play with me because like my brother was asleep, so that means she could play with me, right? And like feed me and stuff. Because like the thing is I can't cook. I'm like 3. Like by the time when my brother got out of the hospital, I had just turned 4. And I don't remember my 4th birthday either. 3 and 4, I don't remember. I remember my 5th because yeah. So when I was 4, that's when I finally finished potty training. I was still potty training, but like I was like a portable potty. Like I can't remember what those small potties are called that you could take with you. I think it's called a portable potty, but I keep on thinking of something else. But anyways, basically she was ignoring me, right? And I remember this one time we were on this bed, right? Nelly and me was on this bed, and like I went and asked her to play with me, and she pushed me away and said go somewhere else. And then I sat at the edge of the bed, and I was just super sad. My dad was there that time, and he went over there and asked, "Are you okay? What's wrong?" And then Nelly said, "Oh, she just went over there by herself." Well, that's not what happened. You pushed me away and said go somewhere else. That's what happened. And I sat at the edge of the bed because I was sad. I was like, I didn't expect that having a younger sibling would be like this. That all the love that I barely had, I didn't have a lot of love to begin with. It's starting to go to this person, And I'm just over here sad. Starts to realize this was not how I imagined things would be like at all. Like I imagine a sibling would be like a certain way, and then reality hits me like a typhoon with the exact opposite of what I want. It happens so many times that just start winging stuff because whenever I plan for something, nothing would go according to plan. So I just start winging stuff. And then my dad would be like, "Why don't you plan stuff, Kai?" I'm like, "Well, if nothing goes according to plan in your life, you will start winging stuff. And would you?" Everything that you plan, it's something always just happen to get in the way of what you planned, or it goes awry, and you start to feel a certain way. It's just suck. Oh, I keep on forgetting. Let me tell you, like and subscribe. Join my Discord server and follow me on Twitch. I'm starting to live stream again. I'm trying to fix the freaking OBS. It's freaking messed up. I think I'm gonna have to update it. Post on my Reddit. And join my Patreon. I will soon see you next time. And deuces.